All right, so this week's theme gets at your starting point for a healthier new you. So I want to talk about determining that starting point. How often do you think about where you are on your health and fitness journey? And I'm talking about taking an unemotional, objective look at it. This week I want to talk a little bit about assessing where you are. So when I was regularly meeting with clients for physical training, the first session would usually consist largely of a fitness assessment. Assessments serve as the baseline for where we are with respect to measurements and possibly your goals, but I don't do as much of the in-person training anymore. Back then I was solely doing personal training, but now that I focus more on the health coach aspect, I've been able to gain a better appreciation for the importance of the assessment as it relates to improving your health overall. It's not just a physical piece, it's also the mental and psychological piece. But the assessment is the starting point, really. And if you ask someone for directions, for example, they can only tell you how to get to your destination if they know where you're starting from. Or to state it like one of my senior military leaders has said it, you have to navigate from where you are, not where you wish you were. But here's the deal. Sometimes we're not completely honest with ourselves about our starting points, or we don't fully understand where we're starting from. And here's what I mean by that. I think there are three important things to consider as you look to get an assessment of a starting point for a new healthy habit. And the first one is your environment. The second is your readiness to change. And the third is your ability to change. So I'll hit the first one briefly here and talk about the other two later in the week. But first, your environment. So this one gets overlooked often. We'll watch a documentary about healthy living. We see the testimonials from folks who are maybe going through some of the same challenges that we're going through. So we go out and buy that exercise equipment, or we grab the workout gear, or fill the fridge with healthy foods, and we get ready for our fresh new start. And then the momentum is nowhere near what we expected it to be. And we don't understand why that is. We were so motivated, and we thought we were so prepared. Well, the truth is that there are some things that are just simply beyond our control. And the most common culprit here is stress. And that's really what I'm talking about. It's stress because it distracts us. It requires attention, even when we don't know that we're giving it time and attention. Stress is the main reason, external stressors are the main reason why we can't get a new habit to stick, because we simply can't devote attention to two places at once. And stress takes our attention. It lowers our ability to self-regulate and to control our actions. We have a significantly reduced chance of starting a new habit during stressful times in our lives. So, the way to approach this, you can wait for a particularly stressful time to pass, and the example that I've used before here is if you're an accountant, for an example, it's probably not a good idea to start to try to implement new healthy habits during tax season, which may be one of the busiest times of the year for you. So you can wait for that time to pass, or if you have the ability, you can remove those stressors from your life. Or another option is you can choose a habit that doesn't require as much willpower or as much effort. So since we only have a fixed amount of bandwidth to devote here, we have to use what we have, okay? Either consciously or subconsciously, there's only so much we can give due to the stressors that are in our lives. So as you objectively think about and assess where you are in preparation for positive change in your life, I want you to consider the external effect of stressors on your ability to change. And hey, if you think this can help someone else, please share it, like it, or shoot me some feedback, all right? Here's to healthier habits, guys. Thanks for listening.